Hello and welcome back. A mystic glow around my body. I even have a shade of my own. And no, it's not from the giant moon. Where is the moon? Over there, see? See, the shadow comes from some other source, right? Not the moon reflecting over there. The shadow will have been this way. The brighter source of light than the moonlight at night is my own aura. Anyways, welcome back, friends. Let's defeat this onwards chieftain. And this dead aim onwards. Alright. Now, I think, since we're very mildly challenged by the Gurzlom Ore Camp, I think we can return with some good news to Gatson about his grain, of which he only asked us to return 4 sacks to him, even though there were a bunch more stone. And also, we did the raid thing, so Great Hunter, Grain Hunter now. We're not just Orc Hunters, we're Grain Hunters. Everything has to be vicious, aggressive, and violent, including vegetable-related stories. Oh no, I'm just rambling, guys. Here we are, talking to Gatson yet again.
What do you need?
Our grain? I had forgotten, but we were attacked while you were away. There, you see? That elf fellow came in the nick of time and took out several invading orcs. It grows ever more turbulent, despite our good fortune in receiving aid of late. I worry that we will have to abandon this farm soon. Perhaps not. Maybe you'll deal with the dwarves and make some money. I just found gold for them because I have to do everything for everybody. But no matter. Still, you can benefit from my work with the orcs. I mean, with the dwarves. Well, with the orcs too, in another sense.
Why are you bothering me?
What? You defeated the orcs at their source? Wonderful. You've saved me. Hooray! I know it's not much, but I want you to take this reward. You're a true hero, and there is no denying it. Gatson's spear, Gatson's shoulder guards, Gatson's runestone. Am I a true hero? It was all easy for me and fun, so I'm not sure if I was a true hero in that instance. But okay, what else do you have for me?
Stay and hear me out.
We're so lucky this elf passed this way when he did, and lucky you came as well. I wish there was something we could do to help him in return, but we cannot abandon our farm. Perhaps you could speak with him if you wish to help. Sure thing. Londrandir's message. Where is Londrandir's? Where are you coming from? Messenger? And why are you... excuse me, can you put those 2 swords down? I mean, I can do the same with my weapons, but, I don't do it when I'm talking to other people. Excuse me. And you're an elf at that?
My heart cannot sing today.
For I have more important things to do, like dangle my 2 swords, because I have inferiority complexes. I saw orcs when I passed this way, and could not turn a blind eye to them. I'm glad I came here in time to save these men from their certain doom. I came seeking aid on behalf of Lacan, the master of Lin Gilead, a small refuge of my kindred in the lush land of Meluinan. Aha, we saw it last episode actually from the hill. It is a small thing, no more than a slight stirring of a new wind. The rangers are not in a position to send someone to Lacan, but perhaps you would go? Sure. Journey south. Lin Gilead is very near the border of Meluinan. If Lacan is not able to speak with you, speak with Aglardir instead. Okay, fine, people. I'll do that. I'll do that now, in fact. We'll talk to Lacan or Aglardir at Meluinan. So, we traveled a little bit this way last time when we were trying to save the little Auroch from the orcs, which we did successfully. We were wondering if this ruin here has lore attached to it, and it did not. But no matter, now we can continue further south. And since we can already see the first buildings there, I don't think we have to travel too far before we'll be able to speak with some more elves. Tra-ta-ra-ta, ta-ta-ra-ta. Elven architecture, this is so cute. Elven architecture is so cute. Guess we can cross over here. It's not exactly a bridge, it's more like what do you call those things? I lost my words. Yeah, like a raised ground through wetlands. I'm just spacing out of the word. Anyways, Butterbur, herb native to Melonia. If you recall, we picked up this quest at the dwarves, where we have to gather flowers from all over, or herbs, or flowering herbs for that matter, if we want to make peace between herbs and flowers. So all over the North Downs. These are certainly nice as well, just like the periwinkles were. We still need to find meadowsweet somewhere. Okay, we might as well swim, it's fine. Oh, it's actually pretty shallow, we can just walk. But here is Meluinan. Nice, pretty nice. Lin Gilead. Now, I don't think there's any lore attached to Lin Gilead, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Western Ruins, Tamlorn. No? I mean, they're not ruins, sure. But again, no other locations. Lakin was dear to me, as he was dear to all of us. Wait, Lakin died? Wait. Excuse me. Okay. Looks like we're still talking to Lakin. I hope so. This is Dilat.
Sweet-eyed Malon.
The stable master that has a name, unlike some other stable masters that don't. I'll keep being annoying like that until the developers fix that major mission where some of the NPCs are nameless for no good reason. Lakin would not abandon Lin Gilead, and he fell defending it. Oh, I'm hearing this again. I know that Lakin is dead. Oh no. Aglardir.
How can I be of service?
Londrander sent you to speak with Lakin. You have come too late then. Lakin is dead. He was killed when stone trolls attacked Lin Gilead, sometime before my company arrived. When did this all happen? Oh no. Too bad.
Mind my words, traveler.
We must restore the stores of Lin Gilead as soon as we can. Grief can cause both body and spirit to suffer, but against one of those hurts, we can prepare. One of these hurts, yeah. So we cannot prepare against the grief affecting the spirit, huh? Only the body? The stone trolls ruined the food that was stored here, but there are other sources of sustenance. On the Aurochs, on the plains of the Kingsfell, to the north of Lin Gilead. Their meat will go a long way to restoring Lin Gilead's stores. So now the elves are asking me to be violent against the Aurochs, while the men were asking me to be peaceful with the Aurochs. If you remember, we saved the baby Auroch, or the young Auroch. Anyways, different viewpoints. An Aurochs is a dangerous foe, and you must hunt several to obtain enough steaks. Yes, I know. Provisions for the great, huh?
Will you lend me your ear?
And what else? Gildor and Glorion, oh, himself, brought our company north to spread word of a great evil stirring in the south. But we found here only death. The keeper of this glade was friend to many of us, a fair elf named Lakin. He was slain by stone trolls before we arrived, and the refuge beset by ruin. I do not know what called the trolls out of Tower Gone White, but we must rebuild this place as best we can, for it is what Lakin would have us do, were he here to ask it. So now that the refuge is beset by ruin, And we can definitely call it a ruin. Can we have lore piece about it? Just teasing. Revenge? It must wait. The trolls scattered the possessions that were stored here throughout Miluinan. Look for shattered barrels between here and Tower Gone White to the south. I need you to bring their contents to me. Okay. Scattered belongings.
What do you need?
The stone trolls left much destruction in their wake. The food they likely consumed or wasted. The relics that were stored here may have been broken, but some may have survived. Look for the shattered barrels littered about the marshes to the south in Miluinan, and bring back what you can. What is this annoying knocking? Without Lakin, this glade will never be what it was, but we must do what we can. Yeah, what was this annoying knocking? I am not sure, but here we are. Can we talk to somebody inside Tam Gilead? Aha. Nice little place. Pretty neat. And you are Gildur Inglorian himself. Hello, Gildur. What brings you all the way here north? Great friend. Well, I'm sure we'll talk to him at some point. He's pretty silent right now. We're visitors to Lin Gilead, but we'll maintain it now that Lakin cannot. The visiting elf said that. Wait, can I talk to you if I do this? It is Gildur's wish that we remain here until Lin Gilead is restored. Alright, I got this. The restoration of this place, blah blah blah. Gildur knew Lakin of old and has asked that we restore Lin Gilead in his name. Okay, enough with this restoration talk. Fine. I have not yet arrived at a satisfactory answer to the question Gildur asked me. Which was it a proposition, lady? Gandalin? You should say yes if he proposed to you. The Bog Guardians once defended Miluinan from evil, but they have been lost. You lost your Bog Guardians? Too bad. And again, I have to deal with everything myself. Okay, so we have to collect various things. Okay. More butterbur. Pick it up just like this. And this is a stinking sickle fly. The sickle flies in the marshes of Miluinan have been disturbed by the recent aggression of the stone trolls, creating a threat to the elves of Lin Gilead. You should defeat sickle flies in Miluinan and be epic about it. Insect menace. Okay. Shattered barrel. This barrel of supplies belonging to the elves has been smashed to pieces. The provisions inside ruined. Yep, indeed. But we'll still collect them, right? Because that's what we were asked to do. No, because it makes sense to us too. That's why. Alright. Sickle flies. And soon we'll get sick of sickle flies, but those are giant. Those are bigger than the giant ones in Bree, you know? Here's some marsh strider. Okay. Not very helpful. A revolting silk toad? Okay. Fine. Wow. I see more debris. We're up to 5 out of 8. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. Let's gather more of the flotsam. Shattered barrels. They're not really flotsam, but you know what I mean. 3 out of 7, good. I mean, look how close this is to the town, and yet... Oh, I cannot leave the town. I must restore it right away, but I cannot leave it, not just for a second. So you should do everything for us. But then we'll claim that we have restored the town, and not you, human. You know, elves can be weird, like all other races. You have defeated several angered sickleflies in Meluinen, which should give the elves of Lingiliad some small respite from the hostile creatures in the glade. Maybe. Also got an axe for that? Fly cutter. Funny, a fly cutter. Hello. There. Okay, so we still need to search 3 more shattered barrels. One over there. Then hopefully we'll see the last piece. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Now let's see what awaits us now that we're done with this part. Need to bring the supplies. Sure, we can do that. However, since we're already here, I guess we need to hunt for orcs after that, so it's kind of on the way. So we might as well go back to town first and bring the supplies. Look how close it is, I mean, literally a stone throw. The stone trolls of Tower Gone White attacked without mercy. Yeah, I was talking about the stone troll, not stone trolls. I too was a friend of Lakin, but I understand the need for supplies more than my fellows do. Because gluttony is my only sin.
How can I be of service?
I did not think we could hope for as much as you have returned with, Vassador. I thank you for your aid. Why not? Just a couple of you elves would have done the same as I did, easily. The trolls ruined or consumed much of the food that was stored here, and many relics were lost. Lakin would grieve for these losses even as we grieve for him. Agler this ruby ring. Not bad. Gotta belong this now. All of a sudden, other elves are eager to give me quests. Medlikin.
Will you lend me your ear?
When the stone trolls learn that elves have returned to Lingiliad, they're sure to attack again. There are too few of us, and we cannot hold out long. There is one defense which we can call upon, but there is no certainty that those I speak of will still answer the summons. I give you these runes, Canal they are called, and ask you to lay them upon the pedestal stones found throughout the marshes. Long ago, many of these stones were set east of Lingiliad, in a great curve bending to the south, but only 3 have survived the ravages of time and the elements. We must hope the guardians remember the meaning of the canal. I see. Return to me when you have placed all the runes, and we will learn if the errand was for naught. Interesting. Guardians of the Glade.
How can I be of service?
There are 3 stone pedestals located throughout the marshes south of Lingiliad, blah blah. Seek each of them out and place a canal upon it, and we shall learn. Okay. It's basically the same text. Fine. I have been having a discussion with Gildor, and he has given me much to think on. Is that how he put it? Good.
Stay a moment.
I have need of your assistance, possible. An orc defiler, skilled in the use of poisons, joined the ranks of the Ongburts in southern Lingiliad. He has begun to poison the waters of this glade, and all will be ruined. Unless you fix everything. Slay the orcs in Merinost and collect their venom pouches. I will make sure the pouches are never again used for evil purposes. Of course, only these particular pouches, all the other venom pouches throughout Middle-earth will still be used for evil purposes. While you're in the camp, put an end to the source of the vile poison once and for all by killing the Ongburt's defiler. Be careful, Bassador. And yes, I know your name. These orcs are brutal and without mercy, and we may have need of allies. I don't think so. Touch of corruption?
What do you need?
Bassador, and again I know your name. We must have some samples of the orc's poison so that we may create a cure for it. A cure? Okay, that's a little more meaningful. We're of the company of Gilder in Glorian, traveling north to spread word of evil's passage. The evil from the south, you say, huh? Okay. And one more quest here, given by Bretilven. That's a good name. I like this name. Always rebuilding, always restoring. When will our trials be finished? I don't know. Take it easy.
Mind my words, traveller.
Tadiolank and Lagolam are so intent upon vengeance against the stone trolls that they are blind to all other threats. I agree. And I fear they will not retain enough strength of will to fight the other dangers that lurk nearby. Orcs of the Ongbots clan have established a foothold in Nan-Watren, the valley to the southwest, and their scouts intrude further into Meluinen with each passing day. Slay any orcs you find that have crossed into Meluinen, Basabor, for they pose a great threat to Lingiliath. You will surely find them south and southwest of here, along the line of the mountains. Orc excursions.
What do you need?
Orcs of the Ongburt tribe have begun creeping into Meluinen from Nan-Watren, southwest of here. Defeat the orcs that have already crossed into Meluinen to the south and southwest, and we may prevent, or at the least delay any further incursions. Okay, a slightly different language. I like to read all. And
What do
let's
you
sell you
need?
some stuff. Sell everything, repair everything. Good. Now, let's check on the time here. Maybe let's start with the Auroch stakes first. Beautiful clouds, beautiful fields, beautiful grass. Beautiful clouds, beautiful grass, beautiful fields. That's a calf? That's huge, man. But we collected the Auroch stakes, and they're huge too. So there. A glazing horn mantle. Another stake down. Another stake down. Oh, that's a Kingsfell spinner. Well, they should come for a beat, guys. Every single area of the Middle-earth should have a Spider Slayer deed. Not selectively, but thoroughly applied everywhere. If you know anything about the lore about the spiders, they should have Spider Slayer deed everywhere. Every single place. Anyways, I'll stop complaining about that. Let's now bring the Auroch's meat to Aglardir. I think we should be done with this episode. But not done with the elves, I tell you. They'll have plenty more, or will have plenty more to do for them. We also need to do the herbs and what is it? Herbs and simples collection for the dwarves. Of course, that will have to wait. Here we are, Aglardir.
How can I be of service?
Here are your stakes. You have done very well, Basabor, and I thank you for your aid. These Auroch's meat will keep us for as long as it takes to restore Lingiliath. I would have a further word with you. The grief of my friends is very deep, for Laken was beloved of many. Help them if you can, and do not hold against them any harsh feelings if their despair seems to you strident. Tadiolang and Bretilven were particularly close to Laken, I'm sorry, and held him in high regard. I'm already trying to help them, which is good. Give them comfort in their grief, for they have lost much to the evil that lurks in Tower Gone White. Again, I thank you for your aid, Basabor, and wish you well. Well, thank you. Milos? Auroch Skinner. Now you're giving me an Auroch Skinner after I'm done with the job? And stick javelin. Okay. Completed provisions for the glade. The glade is now provided for. I shall see you next time, my friends, with more adventures. Or for more adventures, with more adventures, anything adventures. I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.